product manager here at VITA, and she's a biomechanical engineer.
That's right, yes. Yeah.
Sounds
Took me a long
complicated.
time.
Took you a long time. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. So I'm just going to explain to you very quickly and briefly about the structure of how we're going to do this today. It's not going to be a death by PowerPoint. Of course, there has to be some PowerPoint slides, but we don't have too many, no?
No.
And there's going to be also a little practical demonstration. I will take your shade.
We're going to do some training
We're
and
gonna
some
try.
workout for you.
We're going to try. Exactly. I'm looking forward to this. So before we start and we head into this, I would like to remind everyone that you do have an option in the GoToWebinar tool for chat. Please do use the chat to ask all your questions. We will not address as they come, but let's go through first the discussion and the demonstration, and then we shall definitely address all your questions. We start?
Yes, of course. And after the webinar, you can ask all the questions by email.
Of course. It's info@vita-zahnfabrik.com. Please send all your questions over there if you have any further issues to address after the webinar.
Yeah? Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's start. I'm going to start briefly by reminding everyone who we are at VITA. So VITA is quite an old company. We're almost 100 years old. In 3 years, actually, we're going to celebrate this great milestone. And it is a family-owned company. We're actually into the 4th generation. Dr. Emmanuel Rauter is the 4th generation who's leading us currently. We do have 698 employees working with us too, from management, of course, until to the shop level floor when we assemble all our things, all our products. We do have 3 buildings. This is where we are right now, downtown in the office. This is actually my office, the third window on the first floor. And we do also have 2 more factories. They're all here close by. We actually have the chance to rent a bicycle here to go from one factory to the other. And of course, we are in beautiful Bad Säckingen. Yesterday, Michael Tulay was mentioning that we do have the longest covered bridge in Europe.
Yeah,
so it is quite something. And for those of you who have been here, I'm sure you remember. And I hope that the current situation will ease very soon, so that people can start traveling again and they can come and visit us over here.
Would be so nice.
It would be great. So almost 100 years of innovations. We start all the way from 1924 with the first shade guide. And innovation, we do believe in innovation. And of course, we improve and we come out with a new product. So obviously shade, the ceramics, the powders, naturally the Vita teeth, and then we come into the more, the veneering powders, the VM9, VM13s of the world, improve our shade guides, different shade systems, CAD/CAM blocks, of course, dental furnaces until 2015, Easy Shade, 2017, Smart Fire, the dental chairside furnace. And this is what we're going to talk about today. So the Vita shade systems, as I mentioned before, we start very early in the piece in 1924. We, as times evolve, scientific ways evolve, our scientists also evolve their way of thinking. And we provide different systems. So we start from classical, then we go from 3D master until 2015, actually 2008, where we have the first digital way of taking shade, until the last version in 2015, Easy Shade V5.
Easy Shade 5.
Easy Shade 5. But I don't want to take too much of your space. You're the expert here. So again, we're going to go through some visual perception and influencing factors of colors and light when taking shade. We're going to show you the 3 different systems: the classical 3D master, and naturally the digital shade matching by VITA. And now I leave the word to you.
All right. Amy, are you fine today?
Yes, I'm a little bit tired.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward for the vacation Come
You're looking forward to it.
Of course.
So let's see if you're really tired. I'd like to do some kind of workout with you.
Okay.
And would you go over there?
Yes.
Just look at this picture. What do you see? It's not a video. It's only a picture.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 circles, and yeah, they're moving.
They're moving, but
clockwise.
It's a picture. How can they move?
Am I stressed?
Yeah, maybe.
I need
Maybe you're a
vacation.
little bit stressed. I'll give you another picture. Look at those squares.
Yes.
Are they equal? Do they exactly look the same, or do you see any differences?
No, I think that one is more like a cone.
Yeah,
effect.
it looks a little bit strange, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
So I'll give you 2 lines. Sorry. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
So they are exactly equal.
I hope from the audience you can see this, the 2 red lines. Yes, actually,
Yeah.
I was wrong again. They're equal.
Isn't it strange?
It is pretty much so, yeah.
We
pretty
have a
much so.
strange perception of things.
We do.
Yeah. I'll give you another picture. What do
Okay.
you see here? You see this A and you see this B.
Yes.
Are they equal in the background shade?
No, absolutely not.
They-
The A is darker and B is lighter.
That's right. I see that too. But look now. They have the same color.
Okay, I'm wrong again.
What do you think? Why is it like this?
I don't know, but it's morning time here, so I did not have beer. I just have coffee, so I'm not hallucinating. I guess, I don't know, maybe all these spotlights in my eyes make a role.
Yeah. In this case, you have the kind of shadow of this ball
Yes.
falling on the B, and therefore it looks brighter than it is. So you have a different perception of the colors depending on the surrounding.
Okay.
Yeah.
But can I say something?
Yes, of course.
You showed me, and now I see that the B is up there.
Yeah.
But my brain still tells me that this is lighter. Is it
Yeah.
normal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So this is our perception. So
Perfect.
we see things, and our brain translates it different
Okay.
depending on what we know and what we've seen in our lives. Next point, the next picture is this one. Do you see any numbers inside this
I
picture?
see 2 numbers.
Yeah.
I see a 17 and a 47.
Okay, perfect. So you're great. You did it right.
I am one in the 8%.
You're not in the 8%.
I'm not in the 8%. Yeah.
So 8% of the men and 1% of the women cannot see the colors in the right way. You already heard of red and green
Colorblind.
colorblind
Yes.
people. So a lot of dentists and a lot of people cannot see any difference between the red and the green color.
Is this something you can fix?
No.
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 You stay like that for
cannot-
life.
For life, yeah.
Okay.
But the people don't have any problem. They get used to it. It's only an issue when you need to see the right color.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we learned that there are a lot of things in the environment influencing our perception. What we know, what we see, our anatomy, if we are a man or a woman, our age, how we feel in the day, if we are in the morning, if we slept well, we're ill, and so on and so on. So
Yeah.
a lot of things influence our perception.
Okay.
Very important is, of course, the lightness. The
Okay.
lightness in the room or outside. So in the morning, you can see much better than in the night.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, the lighting in the room, either it's a fluorescent tube or you have a daylight lamp in the middle or a light bulb. You see the objects look completely different.
It's the same object. The colors are completely different. And
Right.
this is just by the source of light.
Yes, right.
It's amazing.
So now here we have no daylight. So when you look at my teeth, you will see, you will determine a different color than when we go outside. And the best time to take the shade is about 10 o'clock in the morning. So you're relaxed, you have a good light.
We have time?
We have time. Okay. So you've got now an impression about the perceptions and influencing factors on what you see. So don't believe what you see.
I tend not to, but sometimes I have to.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going over to the VITA shade systems.
Sure.
You already told us a little bit about the history and how everything
and as
grew
you can
up.
see, we start again from 1924 and look at, this is an original picture from back then, so I like these old, let's call them old, with nice. Respect, but let's call this old writings and pictures. And so how did VITA go on about this? So they took, it's a study, so they did not guess, okay? No. We did not guess. We took measurements, shade measurements of hundreds, maybe thousands.
But by objection.
Of course, of course. Mm-hmm. So we took all these measurements and we examined this and we determined the most common shades by the hue. I'm sure you'll discuss hue a little bit later, maybe.
Yes, of course.
And then we have classified these groupings into groups. Yeah, excuse the double groups.
Yeah.
But so this is how we went about it. We took hundreds of patients. We took their shade. We classified using the hue concept, and we have then grouped them. In order to determine the shades.
And you see that the old ones were much more tabs than they are today.
I was going to ask this because I think in the classical one we have 16.
I'll show you the classic one of today.
16.
You see
exactly.
A1 to D4 with 16 shade tabs.
16 shade tabs.
Right.
Again, 1924, but we still do use this system. Everybody uses this system.
Amazing.
I remember I saw when I came into the company in 2019, when I received my training, I remember it's like tattoo in my brain, a big slide that says 4 out of 5. So, it's 80% of the people in the world use the VITA system to determine the correct shade.
It's worldwide, the standard.
It's amazing.
Everybody knows when you talk about A1, every dentist,
everybody knows.
Every dental technician knows what you're talking about.
We're the Coca-Cola of shade.
Right.
Okay, super. So yeah, exactly. So I was right. 16 shades. In the picture before, you could see that there were more shades than 16. But then again, we improved through innovations. And this is it. I mean, it's all classified within the shade groups, the reddish, brownish.
Right. Yeah. You see the 4 groups.
Yeah.
The A group is about reddish and brownish.
Okay.
Just a lot of people here in Germany have this color.
Mm-hmm. Is it for the coffee, the wine, and the cigarettes?
No. Yeah, of course, you have an influence of what you eat and what you drink, but the basic shade color, tooth shade is in the dentine.
Okay.
So you have surface effects, but the main information is inside the tooth in the dentine.
Okay.
Yeah? Yeah, and of course, the color, the shade of the tooth depends on the age. So the young people have a brighter teeth than the older ones. So you're getting darker and darker as when you're getting older.
Understood.
Yeah, because the enamel part of the tooth, the layer gets thinner.
Sure.
So the dentine comes through. Yes, and there are reddish, yellowish. It's the B group. The grayish ones is in the C group. Okay. And D group is more reddish, yeah, a little bit darker.
Is there a good thing or a bad thing, or
no? It's just
color.
Shade. Yeah,
it's just okay.
Yeah, right.
So this is the classical part.
So now we're going over to the scientific part of our presentation today. So in 1991, we started to analyze the topic of the teeth again. Yeah, and you ever heard of the Munsell color system?
I read something.
Yeah,
I think it's 1 million colors. It's something
That's right.
huge.
You're right. So there are about 1 million colors we can see. The human eye can see and
so perceive. I can see 1 million colors.
Yeah. But you do not know about it.
No, I just know red, yellow, the 7 colors of the rainbow, and that's that.
So in 1991, we started to look at this topic again, and we did some scientific work on it, and based on this Munsell color system, where you see all the colors we have, from green to red, from blue to yellow from very dark in the bottom to very light or bright on the top.
Okay.
Here you can find all the colors in all shades.
And in this globe,
yeah,
the only tooth color space is this small section in
That's
here.
right.
Wow.
I call it a banana. So this is the tooth color space.
Okay.
So you can find almost all tooth colors in this area.
Okay.
Yeah. And you see that this globe is divided into lightness.
Yes.
And into the area A, which is green to red, and the area B, which is blue to yellow.
Okay.
Deep,
okay.
Yeah? And also you can say LCH. Some people talk about these values. LCH is also the lightness again. And the chroma is from the middle point to the outside. So the more you go outside, you have more chroma. So it's like you put one drop of wine in a glass of water.
Yes.
So you have a very light chroma, and the pure wine is full chroma.
Okay.
Yeah? The next step is the hue. So it's the color in this circle. Okay. So the hue is here from yellow to red, for example. Yeah, this is what we talk about in the shade determination of.
So to determine a shade, or not a color, a shade. We need these three
values.
Yes,
right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the scientific background of shade determination today. So this is state of the art of today.
Okay.
So if you want to have a scientific way and a correct way to measure the tooth shade, you need to use this background, this 3D system.
Okay.
So you have 3 dimensions, and therefore
obviously
3D.
These 3 values will translate to one of the VITA shades.
That's right. So each shade has all these 3 values.
Amazing.
What do you see now? So this is, as you told us, the
banana.
The banana.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So we will compare the classical system.
Yes.
You see that all the tooth colors we had in the color system, the 16 shades,
16, yes.
are here are accumulating a lot of tooth, and here are 2 of them, and at the bottom 3 of them. So they are not regular. They're like
there's a big focus here.
Yes,
there's lots of concentration here, and then there's I would say like 2 outlayers and 3 outlayers a little bit outside of
That's right. So you see here that the people.
Excuse me.
You see that the people who have tooth in this area, tooth colors in this area or in that area, you cannot determine with the classical system. You cannot get these shades.
So this is the classical way.
This is the classical way with the 16 shades of the classical.
Did you bring something to show us, me, and the viewers today?
Yeah, of course.
So can you please go to the overhead camera and so that everybody can watch you a little bit better?
So I don't know if you can see.
Let me see, not yet. Wait 1 second. That our regie is going to help us switch the camera. I think it's going to come soon. No? Yes? You're over there now. There you go.
Okay. So am I?
That's nice.
Yes, I am.
Oh, yes.
It's difficult. So it's live, yeah. So this is this is a classical shade guide. You see here the A group, the B group, the C group.
Oh, yes, I
and
do.
the D group. Okay.
Thank you. So we come back here and for the theory.
Okay. So let's go ahead with the 3D system.
Okay.
As I told you here, you have the spot with the most
all concentrated
on one
shades.
Point, yeah. And now you see
okay.
The scientific organized 3D system.
Okay.
You see here 26 shades. So you have 10 more shades than in the classical.
I trust you. I'm not going to count. 26, yeah?
Believe me.
I believe you.
And you see that they're organized.
Absolutely.
So there is
it's more spread out.
Yeah. So
it's more spread out.
The system behind it. It's called 3D Systems 3D Master. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
This is not coming from the audience, so this is just my question. Why 3D?
Because you've seen this globe, this color globe.
See?
And when you determine the color, you have 3 dimensions. Yeah. You look in 3 axes and therefore 3D.
I learn something new every day. Thank you.
You're welcome. And of course, it's not only this organization of the tooth. You also can determine the colors in between, the intermediate shades. So you have with the 3D system not only the 26 shades, you have moreover the 52 intermediate shades between 2 points in this area.
And with the 3D master, you can manage to determine this?
So experts can see the colors in between.
With their own eye?
Yes, yeah. Of course, it's much easier to use the digital system.
Of course.
And you just push the button and get the result.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get into this a little bit later on.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you see it again. You see here the system. You see the brightness. You see the hue and the chroma. Of course, again, it's 3 dimensions.
3 dimensions, 3D, yeah, makes sense.
Yes, and you see the distance between each color is equal.
Of course.
Yeah, and this makes you very,
very
precise.
Are these no, they're not in between the 2.5s. That's just a shade of its own, yeah?
That's right.
But somebody could determine a shade right here between the 3R 2.5 and the 4R 2.5.
For example, you can determine the shade between 4M1 and 4M2.
Okay.
So it would be a 4M 1.5.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. And how do we pronunciate, or how do we talk about this 3D system? We have 3 values as we talked about before.
Yes.
The first value is the lightness. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Lightness steps.
These ones, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. And when we talk about the U, we have the letters L, M, and R.
Lemonish.
L is lemonish, and red as M is the middle, or the melonish, or like orange, and the red is R, reddish.
Reddish.
Yeah. And the third value is about the chroma. So the
from
intensity.
pale to intense. Okay.
That's right. Okay. So we determine the lightness, we determine the chroma, and we determine the hue in 3 steps.
Is there any method? So do you have to start by lightness, or can you start by the hue?
So the most important factor is the lightness.
Okay.
So as I explained to you about the perception, when you have a lot of light, when you have a good light situation, you can see much more better than if it's dark in the night. When you drive the car, you always see it's a little bit difficult to drive in the darkness. So the most important factor is the lightness.
Okay.
And therefore, you should determine the lightness first. So we've got a 3D system. Would you like to?
Yes, of course. I'd love to see it, and I'm sure also the people watching us. So please go back to the overlook camera, and you can show us some more things.
So I'm going to put it here.
Can I help you with anything? I'm kind of goofy. I drop things, so maybe don't give me the...
So, yeah, I'm going to try to find the camera again.
I'm going to move this one out for you, maybe? There you go.
Okay, so we're right here?
All right. Okay.
Yes, so it's good here. So here you see, we have the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5.
Yes.
I'm in the camera. So these are the 5 lightness groups.
Okay.
And then you see that each lightness group has the colors L, M, and R.
Yes.
Only in the brightest and in the darkest one where you have only M.
Only M.
Yeah, but that's due to the banana form. So the banana is at the top, and at the bottom.
There were 2 at the top, and then it was more scattered, like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then 3 at the... Yeah, I remember
that's
that.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. And I'll take this here just to show you that the chroma is in this direction. So at the bottom you have the the pale ones. At the top you have the pale ones, and at the bottom, this is the 3. 1, 2, 3 is the more chromatic one.
So from the neck to the incisal part.
We always look at the middle. We always look at the middle of the tooth.
Okay.
So when we talk about shade determination, usually we don't talk about the neck or the
it's just the center of the tooth.
Right.
And this is a universal way to do it.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry for all these questions, but I'm not a hands-on medical technician or doctor, so I don't know. Okay. Thank you. So let's go back to talk about the theory.
Okay. We're going to go forward with the theory. Here is one example. 2M1 is the shade we determined. You see the red spot, so
yes,
it's there.
The light is
so you see the 2, and yes. Now you see a comparison between the classical system again and the 3D
this
master
is very
system.
visual. You can totally see everything is crammed.
Yeah, on one spot. It's a spotlight of the classical, and here you see it's really systematic.
Okay,
a system. It's a system.
It's a system. It's a system. It looks more neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's organized.
Organized.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'll give you an overview about our shade guides.
Okay.
So you see the classical one.
Yes.
We already introduced the 3D master system. We already introduced, and the linear guide is also a 3D master system, shade guide.
Sure.
The difference between the tooth guide and the linear guide is that we did a little bit of brain work again. And when you use the linear guide, you can determine the shade in 2 steps.
Okay.
It's basically the same system. You have also the 3 values.
Yes.
But as I told you, the lightness is very, very important.
Of course.
So when you've got the right lightness of the tooth, you've got about already 70% of the right color.
So when you get the first value, so the lightning right, then
it's so important.
It's almost done.
Yeah. So when you've got the right group, you've got 70% of the result of
the right result.
Of the right result. Right. And then you go over to choose the chroma and the hue.
And the hue.
In the second step.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the bleach guide.
The bleach guide was especially developed for bleaching.
Okay.
Bleachings, and there you only see the middle values.
Okay.
And the brightness. It's just bright tooth. Yeah.
Okay. Did you bring also the linear?
The linear guide is also there, and the bleach guide.
Let's use this beautiful studio and this beautiful opportunities that we have with the overhead camera, so we can show our viewers.
Okay.
I particularly can say that this is no problem. From the regie, they're telling me that they need a second, just 1 second.
No.
While we wait for the camera to be turned on, I think it's pretty cool, this one, the linear guide, because also as you're not going to throw that in a drawer.
Yes.
You can close it. It's all neat. All the pieces are there.
And you can put it fine in the
there
drawer.
We go.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
You see, we were just saying, you can just lock it, store it. You know, it's nice, it's neat. It says VITA on top, so it's easy to recognize.
Also, this system is good organized. So you see here.
Yes.
I put it here on the top to have a better look on it.
And that is the light, yeah?
Yes. So this is the value guide. You start in the first step to determine the right lightness group.
Yeah.
And when you've got, for example, 2M2 as the right color, you go ahead and take the one with the number 2 on top. You see?
Okay.
You see here the 2?
Yes.
It's difficult to see. And then here you see all of them have the 2. Yes. Lightness 2. I'll put it here again. So, and there you see in the middle is a 2M2.
Okay.
And we go to the right for more chroma. Okay. We go to the left for less chroma. So you see here, it's 1.5, 1.51, and to the right is 2.5, 2.5, and 3.
Sure.
So this is a chroma.
Okay.
So the intensity of the tooth.
Mm-hmm.
And when you've got the right direction about the chroma, so the chroma is about 20% of the result. So we've got now 90%.
That's 90%.
In the last step, you just decide if the tooth is more yellow, more orange, or more reddish.
Okay.
So this is the last decision if you take the L, the R, or the M one. So it's really easy. It's just in 2 steps.
So it works a little bit like a process of elimination when you pull out those
That's
tabs.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that makes it easy.
Okay. And the bleach one you have already also, yeah?
Yes. It's the final one. Where is it? So.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's
I think.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull it up a little bit because I think we're on the way. No, too much?
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
I'm sorry.
There it is. All right. And this has
So here you see, yes, right.
Yeah.
You have 29 steps. So when we're talking about bleaching, we don't talk about the correct shade because it's too difficult to understand for the patient.
Yes.
Yeah. So here in this in the word of bleaching, we talk about steps 1 to 29. So 29 is the darkest color. And 1 is the brightest color, is 0 M1.
That's like Hollywood stars, yeah?
Yes,
actors.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
So now you've seen all our visual shade determination shade guides.
That was a good round. That was a good round. Yes, here we take back what we have just seen.
Yeah.
That's right. So this is the classical one. Mm-hmm. We move to the linear one. I think it was better when you showed it on the camera. The 3D master one. And there you go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So you take the shade. First of all, I think the first piece is very much important. So all of our shade tabs it's not a machine process. We have actual people that layer
That's right.
the little teeth.
Yeah.
Which it's amazing, I think. It's 2021.
It's the original. Yeah, VITA is the original. VITA is quality. VITA is the standard, and they are layered step by step, and they're real ceramic teeth.
Amazing, yeah, amazing, and it's done here in Germany, here in Bad Säckingen. So we're actually something to be proud of, no?
Of course, yeah. Okay. And all our teeth in the shade guides are ceramic, and they have this cervical, incisal, central, and lateral layers and areas. Yeah.
But as you told me before, the shade is taken only in the middle section of the tooth.
So just look at the middle of the shade tab and look at the middle of the tooth and do the comparison of.
Is there a particular reason? Is it because there's maybe too much translucency or opacity in the neck, or too translucent in the incisal?
Exactly. You have in the incisal part, you have more enamel, so it's often translucent. So in my teeth, the bottom part is really is more translucent. It looks like a little bit blue because of the translucency.
Okay.
And we want to do the shade determination by the dentine of the tooth, because this is the color information. The dentine has the color information, and therefore we have to look in the middle, where we have the most dentine.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How do we consider the right color of the shade? Mm-hmm. What shall we do? So first of all, we need to do the determination before we do any preparation of the tooth, because we need the correct color, the correct state of the tooth. And of course, the surface should be cleaned before. That's
okay.
Yeah. Next, very important information is to have the right surrounding light.
Yeah.
Daylight, or you have daylight lamps.
Okay, daylight lamps. Is this something that we do have at home every day or in a studio?
No,
you have to
buy special daylight lamps, 5,500 and 6,500 Kelvin. Mm. Yeah. Of course, also very important is not only the surrounding light, but also the surrounding colors in the room.
Okay.
So depends on what the patient is wearing, lipstick, makeup, and so on and so on. So the complete environment of the room is important for your perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, many factors to keep in mind.
What more? You should take care of the correct distance between you and the patient. So if you say it's approximately 30 centimeters, so it's just the arm bend.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get the right distance between your eye and the tooth.
Okay.
And as I told before, the middle area is important.
Yeah.
Just look at the middle area of the shade tab and the middle area of the tooth.
So not only you have to respect and try to make sure that your patient is not wearing bright red or lipstick, or you got to have the right lighting. You got to be quick.
Right. Yeah. Because your eye is getting tired.
Of course.
So just do a very fast decision And almost the first decision is the best decision.
Okay.
It's like in the real life.
But yeah, how do you do this? Because I mean, I'm sure the eyes get tired, as we say here. But okay, now it's restriction times. It's a different thing. But usually maybe you see 10, 12 patients a day.
Mm-hmm. You get trained. So
you get used to it.
Yeah. And of course, you can use the digital way. So you do not need any training for it. Yeah. Okay. So all in all, depends on the skills of the dentist or on the the skills of the dental technician, the illumination, the colors of the environment, and
the angle.
And the angle and the distance. So how you look on a
lot of things to keep in mind. You
see, it's not really easy, isn't it? Yeah.
No.
I'm going to exercise it.
So all these things you can make mistakes.
Yeah.
And mistakes will cause issues, because I am sure that
mistakes are never good.
No, because if somebody works on a wrong shade, I'm sure the patient is not going to be happy to have a crown, especially in the front part of the tooth, which different shade, different color.
Right.
Which I'm sure this translates in redos, problems with your lab, problems with the dentist.
And this costs time is money.
Time and money. And by the way, exactly. Time is
money.
I think we did. Yeah, there was I remember the slide. There was a research by the University of Heidelberg, and they have investigated the cost for shade corrections process due to wrong determination.
That's right.
And per year, that's 5,700 and some euros, which, wow.
For dentists,
it's almost a salary, I would say, a salary and a half of a technician.
That's much.
So that's
really much.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So my conclusion is it's important to get the right shade at the first time. Yeah,
and very fast.
and fast to save time. Correct.
So
correct.
You see, you can do a lot of mistakes, and the easiest way, is the digital shade taking. It's really very, very easy. You will see it. We are going to test it in a few minutes. So we're talking here about our Easy Shade 5.
Before we jump into the Easy Shade, I just want to remind everyone that is watching right now, please remember about the chat option. If you have any questions or comments, by all means, just pop a little comment or a chat in that part, in that part of the chat. And we will address this soon enough after we're almost done with the presentation, I think.
Yes.
And then we go to the hands-on. After the hands-on, which I will try to use the classical one.
Yeah.
I will try, and then I will confirm it with the digital way. And then we will address all your questions.
Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead with our digital shade determination.
Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you, Petra. We can answer at this moment live the questions that are only in English. Questions that reach to us in a language that we cannot address at the moment, we will address this at a later time with email. So all your questions will be answered in one way or another. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Please.
Very important information,
Very
of course.
Important information for our viewers, yes.
Of course. So let's talk about digital shade determination. What do you think about digital shade determination?
I don't really know what to say, but when I hear digital, my brain and I feel at ease, because digital is digital. You know, whatever a machine tells me, okay.
Yeah. You know, digital is precision, reproducibility, very complicated word. Reproducibility. So it's already state of the art to measure with this digital tool, and it's the best digital shade determination machine all over the world. So you have the perfect precision, and it's totally reliable. You have no influences from the environment, because you have the LED lights inside the machine.
Okay.
The light goes on the tooth of the patient, and you have the reflection of the tooth color, and it's determined by the sensor inside the machine.
And the sensor doesn't get tired, doesn't get influenced by lipstick or bright colors or distance, wrong angle,
nothing. You
5-7 seconds.
You can't do any mistakes. You just put the machine on the tooth and you get the right color.
Okay.
It's so simple. It's so intuitive. You cannot do anything wrong.
Too good to be true.
Okay. For what can you use the digital shade determination? What do you think? So it has a lot of functions.
Okay.
You can use it for the natural tooth.
Okay.
You can use it for ceramic tooth. When you have a crown, you can do the quality management. So after doing your work, you can test, have I got the right color?
Right shade. Oh, wow.
Yeah. You can use it to determine 1 point. You can determine the average of the whole surface of the tooth, and you can also determine 3 points on the natural tooth.
Okay, so you have different options. I can do just 1 measurement, 3 measurements.
Yeah. So yes, you can use it as you need it for this specific patient.
Can I trick the machine and take the shade off the shade tab?
You can. There is a training mode inside the machine.
Training mode.
Yeah. So just when you don't want to take to test it on a patient, and you just want to train how to use it and to test it, you can go into the training mode and you can test the shade, the shade tabs. But don't use the normal natural tooth mode for testing the shade tabs, because the natural tooth is different than a ceramic tooth. The layered tooth of the shade.
Of course, you would get the wrong measurement, I would assume.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So when we're talking about the easy shade, the digital shade determination, we talk about an easy way, a fast way, a very precise and a reliable way of shade determination.
Okay.
So it saves time, and of course it saves money. What do you think? Should we do a little bit of practice now?
Should we try?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this.
Are you ready?
Okay, you're ready? So you want to take a seat here in the overhead camera?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to have a quick drink, step out, quick drink of water. Understood. Nadia, would you like to have a quick drink of water?
Yeah.
It's pretty hot in here, no?
I'm fine.
Yes, we need to sit down. I'm going to, although the situation here is going well, I'm just going to sanitize my hands because I'll get close to you. And I will try to also wear a mask because we're getting a little bit closer, more than the 1.5 meters, and make sure that we do the things right. Oof, smells like tequila. Yeah. Okay, I do have a mask with me.
So shall I go to the other seat?
Yes, it would be better if you go to the other seat, I think.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry if I pass in front of you. So, okay, I will try. There you go. You see my beautiful hairstyle with this camera? No, it's that one. Okay, so I will try with the classical one first. Is there any way I can go about it, or I just put it close to your mouth?
Just put it and
I pick the best one that I think, yeah?
Right.
Okay.
So try to do 1 or 2 decisions and
I'll
very
try.
fast, yeah?
Okay. Can I pick 3?
Yes, of course.
I think you're in the A area, of course.
Okay.
Aspetta. Sorry, one more. No, that one is too light. Those are way too dark. No, it's, I would say A1 or A2 or A3.
Okay, so now we are going to pick them out and get a little bit nearer to my tooth to check the middle area and compare the middle of the tooth of the shade tab with my natural tooth.
Is there a good way to hold it? Do I hold it like this? Do I hold it like this?
You can, yes, you hold it like this and put it near the tooth you want to test.
Okay. Five seconds. This is like 2 minutes already. It's not easy. Well, I'm sure for them it's easy. Yeah, they know what they're doing. I think I'll pick the A3.
You will pick the A3.
Yes.
Okay. So let's do the same. we leave the A3 by at the side, and now please use the scientific way.
The scientific way?
Yeah. Would you prefer to take the tooth guide or the linear guide?
I'll take the linear guide.
It's easier. Yeah. It's easier. It's just in two
Not sure
steps.
about easier, but I like the way it looks. So this is number, oh no, this is the bleach one.
No, this is the value.
Yeah, but when it said 0,
yeah.
Okay, of course. So the value, I start with the
value. Just compare the 0 up to 5 values, or
okay. So I would say 2.
Okay.
So do I remove the 2?
No, you need just
I just take the other 2 here. Okay. Cool. So this is the
2. And now you start in the middle.
And now I start in the middle.
And then come a little bit
nearer. A little bit closer. M2. This one I would pick.
Okay. So you say 2M2?
2M2.
And you say A3. Okay. So
there's already a difference, no?
Yeah.
If I would convert can I convert classical to?
Not really. You cannot convert it 1-to-1. But you have the classical shades are in approximately in the area of, for example, A2 is in the area of 2M2, but they're not exactly the same as you've seen on the picture of the banana.
Yes.
So you have they're on different areas in this
Okay.
in this 3D system.
With my untrained eye and untrained technique, there's already two different things two different readings that I get with the two systems.
Okay, you're right.
Yes. So I will show you. This is the classical. Where's that? Oh, this is my bald spot. This is the classical one that I see. So, which one? I don't know where it is. So this one is a 2M2. There you go, with the linear tooth guide, and this is the A3. Sorry, with the classical way. But I think now we should really ask for a confirmation to the digital way.
You're right. Yeah. Now we've seen it's not really very easy and very fast to make this decision and the choice. So let's go over to the digital way.
Okay.
And just start to switch on the easy shade.
Sure. And
first of all,
I see a button.
Yeah. First of all, you need to do the calibration.
Okay.
By
calibrating, I read on our website.
Yeah.
I did some e-learning. So, by the way, I urge everyone to register on our website in the My VITA session. Yeah. You will see short videos and tutorials, and this is why I know that if I do this, I hear the beep.
Yes.
And now the machine has calibrated itself. It means that we can now use the machine to take the shade.
You're right.
Perfect.
So we offer these caps.
Caps.
So when you use the caps to protect the machine and for hygienic regions.
Well,
reasons.
In these times, let's keep the hygiene attention high. How do I remove this? Do I
put the easy shade inside? Perfect. And it picks up right like this.
Oh, there you go.
And of course, take care that the tip is very smooth on the top of the...
It's on the sensor.
Yeah.
Do I need to recalibrate now?
Right.
Okay.
So when you put the cap on the tip, you need to do a new calibration.
Okay, makes sense.
Otherwise, I would get it wrong. Measurement.
It would. Okay. So even machines get influence. So I put it back here. I touch the little button. Beep beep, and now the machine is ready.
Ready.
Okay.
Right. Very easy.
You mentioned before that, Petra, can we please have the overhead camera? Yes. I'm gonna remove everything out. There you go. Okay, so you mentioned that I have to take care of the right option. So the first option is, I think I point to one section of the tooth and it's one measurement, correct?
That's correct.
So this one. The second one?
You can do an average measurement. So
average? Like mathematics.
Yeah, right.
I take some hits, and then the machine will tell me an average of the shades taken.
That's correct. Because
okay. Yes. Okay. There you go.
Some tooths have different colors. So here they have spots. They have and therefore it's easier or better to take the average color of the tooth.
Okay. Perfect. I'm not going to go through all the sections. You will maybe show later what the training is. You mentioned training, and I think we have a couple more things to discuss about the easy shade. So we take the first one, yeah?
Yeah.
So I hit here the first one. Okay, now I see tooth. So in this case, we're not doing a restoration. We're not doing the bleach. So I just click on the tooth, correct?
And now we can do the measurement.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a particular way that I do this?
Just set it on the tooth.
Perfect. Not a problem. Okay, I hope you hear me better now. Thank you, Petra. Okay, so we were mentioning we hit on the first option on the easy shade, which I showed you before. We show the teeth because we're not measuring restoration. And now I just point this at your middle of the tooth and I click the button.
Very easy.
Do I need to be...
Yeah, just take my chin and fix my...
Like this,
thing.
may I?
Yeah.
Okay. It's working. Okay.
Okay. You're nearly perfect.
I can't believe it.
So you got it in the...
Petra, can you please show? Because I want to show everyone. So I hope you can see. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. So it's a 2M2, A2. 2M2, where is it? I'm not good at this. It's a 2M2 that I determined with the linear shade guide.
Right.
Yes. And yeah. I think it works like this, no?
Yeah.
Yes, now we're back in the picture. Okay, so we determined the classical, I was far off. I'm gonna remove my mask now. Classical, I was far off. Linear guide, it was spot on.
Yeah, perfect.
But then the machine confirms. So imagine if I would have sent this to my lab, A3.
It would have been too dark.
Too dark, and you would not have been happy with your dentist,
Never,
and your dentist would not have been happy to me. And it goes back to the 5,700 redos per year.
Correct.
Wow.
So you see that it was easier for you to determine the shade by using the 3D system?
Definitely.
And it was... Everything okay?
Yes, everything okay. It's just my microphone in the way.
Okay. And it was much more easier to use the digital way.
Okay.
It was very fast and it's reliable. And you see, it was really easy, wasn't it?
Sure.
Just put it on the tooth, click it, and you've got the result. And you don't have to
do it, I'm sure everybody can.
Me too. I'm also no dental technician and no dentist, and it's very easy also for me. Just you do not have any influences of the environment. You're sure you've got the right result with it.
And I like the way that it calibrates.
Yeah.
Self-calibrate, and it can calibrate every time you use. So
every time you use, you need to calibrate it again.
And the machine does it for you. So it's not that you have to do anything. You just push a button and put it on the holder, and you're good to go.
And of course, the question is, what can I do wrong? The only thing you can do wrong is just not to put the tip on the tooth in the right way. So you see here are some examples. The first one is just put it straight on the tooth.
Sure.
So it's easy and it's correct.
Yes.
But if you just move it to the side or to put it in the incisal part, you get the enamel, more enamel and not the dentin.
Then a wrong reading.
Yeah, right.
Okay. You still get a reading, but it's not a correct reading.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
And what can we do with the measurements? You just have the measurements inside the machine, of course. Yeah, you can read it and just communicate it. But we have also some software.
I'm sure there's a way to communicate better with the tech and the lab. And
you can use the VITA Assist. We have the VITA Assist for the computer, and we have the VITA Mobile Assist for your mobile phone. So
it works on the mobile phone.
It works on. You can send the results of the Easy Shade to the mobile phone.
Okay.
And take a picture of the patient, and you just set the points you've measured on the tooth, and send it to the dental technician. And
this could be kept also in the patient's file, maybe,
right?
To show them.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it makes the communication very easy between the dentist and the dental technician. Okay. So the app is free of course. You just can download the app, and it's very fast. Then you do the connection via Bluetooth between the Easy Shade and your mobile.
Okay.
And just send the results to your mobile and send them to the
both system, Android and iOS.
Yes.
Question comes to mind when I speak about Android or iOS updates. Where do we get the updates for the software of the Easy Shade? Yes.
You already mentioned it. Do the registration on our homepage.
Perfect.
Yeah? Okay. And then you get an email with the information that there is an update if you want to download.
It's time to register and you connect it. And okay. To update, sorry, not to register. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Are you fine for today?
Well, that was
a lot of information.
Lots of information. I think it was, for me, very instructive. It's been quite some time. I just came back from Australia last year. We did not go on the road so much, so I forgot many things on the Easy Shade.
So you got a refreshment.
On the shade taking. So this was a good refreshment for me. We have now some time to dedicate, some time left, I think. Yes, of course we do. We have some time left to dedicate to questions. I will be just 2 seconds back with you. Just 1 second.
Okay, so if there are any questions, please write them into the chat. Actually, have you got some questions?
Yes, we do have some questions. So the first one is not in English, but we will engage with, we will share this information with our partner in Vietnam, NK Luck, which, by the way, thank you very much, Robert and the team, for helping us organize this beautiful event with all the people. So do not worry. We will send. You will have the reply to your question. So in English, will the color of the shade tab of the shade guide change over time? This is a good question. So is there as long as you use it, the more you use it, the more you clean it, the more you store it, will it be affected?
Yeah, you can compare it with the ceramics in your living room or in the kitchen. Do the ceramics change the color? They don't change the color really. Maybe the shiny effect on the top, it gets a little bit like, how do you call it in English when it gets it's not so brilliant. So you have
not shiny.
Not rough. Shiny. Yeah, rough maybe.
Okay.
But this is due to a lot of work and a lot of cleaning no, normally it doesn't change the color.
Okay. So I hope this answered the question. The answer is normally no.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And we do have another question here. With the different batch of shade guides produced in different time, how consistent is the shade between one batch of shade guide as compared to another batch? So basically,
very, very good question.
This is a great question.
Great question. Of course, you've seen the history of the shade guides over the years. And of course, we did a lot of optimizations since 1924 until today.
Yes.
So if you compare a shade guide from 1930 with the shade guides of today, of course, you have differences. But in the lots of today, you have always reliable and always the shade, the same shade. Shade.
So it doesn't change.
No.
Just the body of it will change, because we change a little bit the body of the shade guide, no?
The plastic part.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not that important. The important is the shade tab.
Of course. I'm actually wondering how many people still have the really old ones, actually.
Yeah.
Please do send us a picture or via email at what was the address? info@ vita-zahnfabrik.com. It would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Maybe we find
how they
somebody.
look like.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. We do have some in the Vita Museum, which was here before, and now we do have this beautiful showroom. But in those little windows, I've seen some of the old ones over there. Yeah. Looks cool.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yes,
it's really cool. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Next question. We often see patients with enamel hypoplasia. Can we use the Vita Easy shade to determine the shade?
Yeah. You can, a lot of dentists do several measurements on the tooth. So when you have in the cervical part more yellow, and in the inside of the part it's more translucent and so on, you can do several measurements on the different steps.
Okay.
And just when you see it looks here or there different than in the middle, just determine the different areas and just send the information to the dental technician.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I hope this answers your question. There's one more. You mentioned, I'm sorry, this one is too small. Okay. You mentioned that you need to calibrate, you need to use
you need to use the tip.
Is there a way to treat the analog ones? Do you need to disinfect them?
Yes, of course. Yeah. So after using the shade tap, you always do the surface disinfection. But
it's just a wipe enough, or does it need to go in the autoclave?
You can also put it in the autoclave.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure all this information is the IFUs.
Right.
So,
right.
Okay, because
correct.
I'm sure also in the autoclave there's some parameters.
Yes.
Will it melt if you go too hard?
Too high, of course. It's plastic. The housing is plastic.
Okay.
But of course, the teeth will not, because they are ceramic. They will not
but
melt.
I mean, I would avoid melting something in the autoclave. So back to your question. Yes, in the autoclave. Yes, it needs disinfection.
Yeah.
But please always refer to the IFUs and to our website, or just ask us in case of doubt, and
of course.
we will make sure to get to your points.
We have more questions?
It's good. How can I clean the calibration area on the plate?
Yeah, of course. You can also, you need, when you use the Easy Shade without the tap on the cap on the tip.
Yes.
Of course, you need to disinfect the Easy Shade.
Yes.
And when you put the Easy Shade in this calibration area, you need, of course, to disinfect this.
Okay.
Just you use a wipe or a spray, and then you clean it
and
inside.
Then clean it. Okay.
So you need to clean it when you have put the Easy Shade without protection inside.
Sure. Well, with the cap is so much easier. The cap you put on and you take off.
And you just throw it away after each use.
Okay, we do have one more. Hello, Dr. Nai. I hope I'm pronouncing your name in a correct way. Can we use the Easy Shade 5 with patients with all patients?
With all patients.
As the old patients, the dentin is more prominent, that the enamel looks yellowish.
Yeah. Okay. So the light of the LED light of the Easy Shade goes inside the tooth.
Okay.
So it's not only on the surface. You just put it on the surface, but the light goes inside the tooth. So therefore, you always get the right information of the dentine.
Okay. Dr. Nai, I hope this answers your question. We're just going to give 2 minutes to see if any more are coming in. No, you're welcome. You're most welcome, doctor. You're most welcome. While we wait to see if any last question is coming, I'm just going to be a little bit in the commercial side of things now.
Yeah.
I just want to remind all our viewers, if you have an old shade guide that needs to be updated, let's say, or if you would like to jump from analog to digital, or you just want to buy another one because your practice needs another one, please do reach out to our friends, NK Luck, and they do have amazing and very competitive promotions for you. to adopt, new or more easy shades or even the easy shade. So please do reach out to the team over there. Here we go. We do have another question. How often do I need to calibrate the easy shade? That's also a good one.
So you do the calibration?
Yes.
Each time before you use it?
So each time before you use it, make sure. And again, I'm going to allow myself to say this. If you use it with the calibration tab, you must calibrate. Otherwise, you will get the wrong reading, correct?
Right, yeah. When you put the protection cap on the tip, you need to recalibrate.
Recalibrate. Yeah. But then again, you've seen it before. It's easy. You just put it on the little stand, you push the button, and it goes beep, beep, and that's it. It's a 2-second operation. Okay. I think this is all for today, Nadia and friends. Thank you, Nadia, for being here with us today and taking us through this beautiful journey of shade taking.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We know it's around now 3 o'clock. In Australia, we used to say it's almost beer o'clock.
Beer o'clock.
Yeah, on Fridays, it's almost beer o'clock, 3 o'clock. Thank you very much. I wish everybody safety, health, and best of luck. I hear you probably will finish anytime soon a lockdown situation of restrictions. Good luck to everyone. Reach out to VITA, reach out to our partners, NK Luck. Be safe, be healthy. And until next time, we say bye-bye and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. See you again. Bye-bye.